right, so if I say, what is 9, all right, what is 9, well, I'm sorry, all right, what is 10%, okay, of, okay, 100, okay, what is 10%, okay, of 100, all right, now, all right, this is where we just gotta dissect, all right, what I always do, my first step is I would write my ratio, okay, I would write my ratio, percent over 100, part over whole. All right, then I look at my problem. You can't be right, you can't be wrong in how you see it, all right? How I see it and what I write first, all right? And how you see it, okay? How you see it and what you write first could be different. All right, when I go through and do this, all right, I immediately see of 100, okay? I see of 100, okay? All right, I see of 100, and I know if I see of, all right, Justin, if I see of, what is that going to be? My whole, all right? So I'm just going to fill it in where my whole is. All right? Okay? All right? This 100, all right? All right, if this is a fraction based off percent, this 100 will never change, okay? So make a note of that, all right, in your book or on a piece of paper, all right, that in my left fraction, right here, okay, this 100, this will always be 100. Okay? Don't make that mistake, all right? That will always be 100. Okay? All right? Then based off, all right, what's the other number left in my problem? 10%. Does it have a percent sign? All right? So I know that that has to be my, all right, my percent. All right? Okay? I'm glad someone said that. I'm glad I heard part. Hello? All right, thank you. John, you're leaving. All right, I'm glad someone said part because that's an easy mistake. All right? I know I said, all right, with the is, all right? All right, is 10%, all right? But if there's a percent sign with that number, it trumps the key word, all right? It trumps or overrides the key word. If it has a percent sign, all right, it goes here, all right? So that would be 10, all right? All right? Think of it like this. I think that was Trayvon. Trayvon, think of it like this. What is? That's like like they're asking what is, all right? And is goes with our part, right? All right? All right, so what's left over? Our part, right? Whatever's left over, I fill in with x, all right? You can really use any variable you want, but the most common one we see most of the time, okay, is x, all right? Then from there, all right, our final step of these problems will be cross multiplication and division, all right, which we should all be good at, all right? All right, what's 100 times x? All right, no, not 1,000, what's 100 times x? 100x, good. All right, equals, all right, what's 100 times 10? Someone raise their hand. All right, Trayvon? 1,000. Good. All right, and we always divide by the number with x or variable, which we would divide by 100. So everyone with their calculator, all right, please do 1,000 times 100. All right, then I'll call on somebody. All right, Matthew?
10.
All right, 10. All right, so my answer would be 10. So 10 is, all right, 10 is 10% of 100. All right, so we're going to deal with problems just like this, all right? And then from there, we will just slowly move on. We'll deal with problems that just give us sentences like this. We'll deal with word problems where we have to dissect what they're asking. All right, so now look at your book. All right, look at number 4. All right, we're going to do this one together. All right, and then I'm going to let you guys do 2 at your group, and then we will check it. All right, so number 4, all right, this is, all right, I thought this was a good one. All right, because if you're a visual learner, all right, this one might help. All right, so let's look. All right, so they said, write a percent proportion, all right, for the bar diagram show. All right, so, all right, they have 2 bar diagrams. They have one bar that's 100% or all of it, right? All right, and then they showed a different one in another color that is 60% 68% of it. All right? Okay? And then, all right, what number is associated with 68%? 17. All right, so this is 100% of something. All right, this is 100% of something. We know it would belong here. All right, 68%. All right, of that. All right, that's how this. All right, think of this as if I was going to make a percent, a fraction. I'd put 68 over 100. All right, you guys get what I'm saying? All right, so I start by saying, all right, 68 over 100. All right, this is a good example of expressing how this ratio works. All right, so 68%. I look at 68%. Is there a number associated with 68%? Yes, 17. All right, so that has to be, all right, remember when we were doing it before, we said our signs and stuff had to be proportional, line up across from each other? All right, that's what they're getting this from. My part, all right, and my percent that makes up that part has to be with each other. So 17, all right, 100%, they gave us question marks. We don't know. If we don't know what something is, we fill it in with a variable. All right, and that'd be x. All right, so I want you guys to cross multiply and divide. All right, we should all be able to cross multiply and divide that. Okay, so I should do all right, so when I cross multiply and divide, all right, what do I get? My 25. All right, you should get 25. All right, so my whole is 25. All right, 25, and 68% of that, of 25, all right, would be 17. All right, so I want you guys to look at 5A and B. All right, I want you guys to look at 5A and B. I want you to do this as a group, talk about it, all right, use the percent formula, why you're plugging in them numbers, where you're plugging in, plug them in and solve. Give you guys about like 3 to 5 minutes to do it, okay? And then we'll check them both on the board. Go ahead.
And we have to cross multiply.
100x. 360.
260 divided by 260 divided by
3.6.
Percent of 100 part of a whole, right? All right, is associated with what? Whole, right? All right, so rewrite percent over 100 part over whole. What do you get? Percent over 100, percent of board. All right, part over whole.
So what number, all right, now I know, what number is what has a percent? 2, so we'll put 2 right there. And that over, that 100 always says over 100.
And then divide it.
So then divide it and get.
Divide it and get 3.6.
3.6.
Good. And then what is 7? Yeah.
Oh wait.
Since 17 is, wouldn't it go on top? And
Yeah.
then
Yeah, and
40
then
on the bottom?
40, yeah. So 40, so 40 would be.
All right, if you're done, please put your pencils down so I know you're done.
And 17 is on top.
Yeah,
And
and
then you put in.
I'll 40.
of goes with what? Whole, so what should be in my bottom? My X. 180.
Alright, let's check them. I want everyone really to look at the board, to really focus in before I get you guys on your own. Alright, so when I'm looking at, if I was gonna look at 5A, alright, 5A, okay? Alright, I have percent over 100, part over whole. Really focus in on your words. They will not steer you wrong, I promise. Okay? Alright, so I always just draw my formula, then I draw 2 lines. And all I gotta do is, based off this, I gotta fill out my proportions, alright? So I'll go here. Alright, I'm gonna look at my first number. 2%. It has a percent sign, correct? Alright, I would underline it because I like seeing stuff. Alright, remember when we did 2-step equation and stuff like that, I boxed stuff up? Alright, because that just makes sense to me. Alright? Alright, so percent. What in here has a percent? Alright, right here, correct? So I know that 2 has to go there. Will 100 ever change? No. Alright, then from there. Alright, Frank. What's left over after I underline it was of 180, right? Alright, I would probably circle that or underline it. Whatever helps you. Of goes with what? Our part or our whole? Our whole, right? Alright, so I'm going to put 180 there. Alright? I don't know my part. There's nothing left, right? So I just got to put X. Alright? So then from there, you would just cross multiply and divide. Alright, so for people that are getting confused where I put certain numbers, alright, that's the process that you got to go. You can't just quickly go through it. Think of what they're asking, look at my keywords, and then move on. Alright, so 5A. Alright, I'll call on someone to answer 5A and 5B. Okay, then we'll do the next one together. Alright, because it's the first word problem that we will be doing. Alright, then I'll let you get into your group work. Alright, Vicky. Alright, what did I get for 5A? Not 360. Alright, you got it right. Just relax. Alright, what did 3.6. Alright, you just told me before you divided. Alright, raise your hand if you got 3.6. Alright, good. Alright, 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 then 5B. Okay? But that would be it. Alright, I'm glad she said 360, because remember, once I cross multiply, I still got to remember to divide. Alright? Okay, that's one common mistake in this lesson, that people forget that last step to divide. Alright, and it throws off their whole answer, especially when we get into 2-step problems. We're finding percent and applying it to tip and tax and stuff like that. Alright, and Bracone, what did I get for 5B?
I got 42.5.
Alright, 42.5. Raise your hand if you got 42.5. Alright, good. Alright. Now, alright, let's look at 6. Alright, 6, last one we'll do together on the board. Alright, then from there, alright, I'll let you guys get busy on your group work and work together. Alright, I'm going to read it slow. Alright, I want you guys to follow along with me as I read it. Alright, so you guys kind of get what we need to look at when we're dealing with, these type of problems. Alright, so Gia researches online that her car is worth $3,000. She hopes to sell it for 85% of that value, but she wants to get at least 70%. She ends up selling it for $1,800. Did she get what she wanted? Alright, so she wanted, alright? She was hoping to get 85, but at least 70%. Alright? Alright, they told us what it's worth and what she sold it for. Alright? So the first step I would do before I even looked at it is